beautiful host, Fanny P. Make sure that y'all say the P. You can't just come in here saying Fanny. We want to say shout out to the sponsors. Fanny, if you want to tap in and let them know about our sponsorship, please.
Sorry, people calling my phone. They keep telling me they can't find your channel. I don't know why.
It just went live. The podcast just went live.
I know, but people keep telling me they can't find it. I don't know why. What's going on?
I'm a hell and found it. She here.
I know she ain't the only person that's looking for. Anyway, thanks, Sissy Helen. Thank you, Paprika, for coming. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Tabitha. Thank you so much for being here as well.
Shout out,
Thank
shout
you,
out.
thank you, thank you so much.
Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up.
Before we get started, guys, I want to give a special shout out to Sophie. She's a gamer. She's 20 years old, and you'll be able to find her on TikTok. So go over there and show her some love as well. There she goes. She's in here. She found us. Hey, Sissy. Thank you so much for coming in.
Appreciate you.
And before we get started, guys, don't forget to like this video and share us out. And remember to always respect the host. And thank you once again for joining us. Shout out to Reverb Nation, the Replay Gang, and the Cloud Watchers. Thank you so much for each and every one of you guys being here.
You want to drop
TSM, is there
Sophie's
anything you want us to know?
drop Sophie's TikTok name? Um, one more time. They didn't catch the full name of her TikTok.
It was Sophie 10. You will find her on TikTok. She is a gamer. She's 20 years old. And please follow her on TikTok.
Yo, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who's been coming through to support me. Much love, much respect. If I forget to support any of your content, don't hesitate to throw me on the spot and definitely let me know so that I can come over there and show y'all the same love that y'all showing over here. And we want to give a shout out to the sponsorship of this podcast. And Fanny's about to drop a dime on y'all about the sponsorship.
And for all you new moms, your repeat parents, don't forget to go out there and get your Millie Moon diapers, your luxury diapers for your Wiggles, your Waddlers. And before you go out there and make your purchase, make sure you use the promo code YOLEAKS and you will get 15% off of your Millie Moon luxury diapers. Hey, bestie. Hey, Bree Bree. Thank you for coming in here, boo.
Yo, y'all make sure y'all
So
follow me on Reverb Nation too. We just got another song, which is the song that I just did. The song that featuring John Savata. He's actually a Reverb too, so y'all can find him on Reverb Nation at John Savata. He does mostly like country rock, and he's trying to transition into rap. And so y'all make sure that y'all follow him. He has like a studio vlog that he does on Reverb and TikTok. And I think his TikTok is the same as Reverb, but I think what number are we fanning? Like 79 on Reverb Nation hip hop charts for Riverdale, Georgia.
you are 77.
So yeah, shout out
You
to
are
my
number 77.
y'all. Shout out to my
Hey,
managers.
Chopper Boy. Thank you for coming in.
Appreciate you. And just shout out to y'all for helping me reach the board once again on Reverb. What we got going on tonight, Fanny?
What we got going on tonight, we're going to interview the man himself, Mr. TSN Rapper, and we're going to talk about the new songs and videos that were recently dropped. And he just recently mentioned John Savata. Shout out to him for collabing with TSM on his song, the hit song. Yes, I said hit. Yes, I did. Remember, you heard it here first. The hit song, Her Clark Kent. Um, TSM, how do you decide when you come up with new music, who do you want to collab with?
That is that's a good question, right? because you know I have collabs with certain people that I haven't put out. Some of them I put out, man, took them down from YouTube. I'm not so like excited to do like collabs with just like people that y'all know, like, oh, he did a collab with Two Chains or Lil Baby or whatever the case may be. I like to do collabs with people that's like that I really connect with, like that I know, like you may have never heard of this person before. Random YouTubers. There's this lady, um, from TikTok, and she go by the name Emo or AKA Emo 2X, and she does like soft rock kind of typish music, something like the Love Scars that I did. And she got probably like just a couple hundred subscribers, and she found my song and she wanted to collab, and even asked me how much would I charge for a feature, and I just looked at it like I want to help. Like I don't even want to charge you for this one. I just want to help. Because you an unknown person. I had to explain to her, and she was like, "Thank you so much." And you just seen the recent messages I got. Like people they really looking at me like, "Yo, I can't believe you know who you are. And I'm actually talking to you." And so I always explaining to her like, really, when I was, at that position that you are in right now, I was really reaching out. Like I would go to comments and emails of these YouTubers and just try to get them to even just shout me out or react to my music, and nobody never did it. It was probably two people, including Jay Breeze, but I'm speaking big YouTubers. And so and there's one guy that y'all probably seen that shouted me out. His name is King AK-47. Shout out to him. But I just like to do music with people that's kind of like unknown. I like to discover people, if you would.
So there are certain platforms that you go out and scout people to collab with, or what is it that you look for when you want to collab with someone, or somebody reach out to you and say, "Hey, I'm into rock, I'm into country, I'm into R&B, I'm into jazz." What is that it factor that you look for that you could say, "Yeah, we could do something together," versus, "Hmm, I'm a pass."
That's another good question because one thing I try to do, and which is why I don't make a lot of like banger songs no more. Like for instance, the "Leave Me Alone," like that's a hit, right? Even in remix with me and Real Mama, like it's because there's so many rappers doing that. Like when somebody approach me and they be like, "Yo, go listen to my song," and it sounds like real different to me. Like there's this kid, man, he don't support me like that, but he tap in every now and then. His name is XD Lion. This dude sounds so different from anything I ever heard that I believe like 5 or 10 years from now, it could probably be 2 years from now, the exact rap style that he's using right now, that's what's gonna take over. So I'm looking for just like something different. I don't want you to say, "Yo, listen to my song," and it sound like the last Two Chain song, the last Lil Baby song, the last Lil Wayne song. Like I want to hear something that make me think, like, "Yo, could I even do this song?" Like, I want something that's attached to me.
I have a question I want to ask you. I know the answer, but it's not for me, it's for the people. We've mentioned numerous times about how you don't write your music down, you keep it in your head. Has there ever been a time that you had a song that just came straight off the dome that you just like, dang, I really wish I could have written this down and maybe pass it on to, say, like a real mama's, and she added her twist onto it?
Man, it's so freaking crazy you said that, right? When I listened to the Leave Me Alone remix, it directly brought me back to this song. And I know it's gonna be crazy for y'all to be like, y'all probably gonna be like, no, no way you freestyled that or just came up with that, right? Voodoo Girls. That song right there is different. Like that is a different song. It's like you can go any route you want. Certain beats you have to go hip hop, you have to go club, you have to go street, you have to go melodic. That Voodoo Girls is different. You can fall in love, you can want to get drunk, you can want to smoke, you can want to just go out and barbecue, take a shower, cook, whatever it is. And that right there was just like I think that was my first auto tune song I did, and I was just like, yo, I just want to see what it's gonna turn out to be, and it turned out that. And to this day, I think that's one of my favorite songs. But that's I would love to do like a Voodoo Girls remix and have her on that. And let me explain for the people that's watching on Reverb Nation. it has nothing to do with voodoo or ventriloquist or whatever that weird stuff is. It has nothing to do with that. Basically, when I say voodoo girls, it's basically saying like this girl got me hypnotized. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's controlling my mind. She's so beautiful or so loving that she's controlling my. She can make me do whatever. So that's what it is. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations. So, because I had people before, like, I've seen the title, I didn't click on it because I don't want nothing to do with no voodoo. And it's like, come on.
Is there one song that you thought was going to be like, if I put this out, I'm going to be disappointed? But when you put it out, it was one of your best songs?
You know what? I'm not gonna say this answer. It's not. I'm not gonna say one of my best songs for me, but just from the status on Reverb Nation and how many people use this song and how many remix views it has. Comic book flow. I love the hook, but I did not like the verse, and I think I scrapped it like 2 or 3 times, and I was just like, you know what? I haven't uploaded in a couple days. I'm just gonna put this out. That song right there. But then sometimes you have to grow to your own songs. I know like y'all probably heard other songs before just from other artists that y'all just didn't like, but it played on the radio so much that y'all eventually start liking it. That's what comic book flow was for me.
Okay, two of my favorite female collabs with you. I'm going to talk to you about both of them. One, is Key Snaps. When Key put her verse on, what was your first thought? Did you think, like, how many times did it take for her to get it right? What was your reaction when you heard her verse?
I'm not gonna lie. For me, it was the fact that we was on it. It wasn't even a verse. It was the fact that we was on the same page. Like when she sent the verse and I heard it, I was like, this is what I pictured in my damn head. Like how she do that. And so not the fact that I can even say, yo, she went cold on that verse or she snapped on that verse. She perfected it. She knew she understood the assignment. And so that right there was just surprising to me because a lot of times I had to send stuff back and be like, I need you to do this or I'm gonna need you to do that. Or the first time she sent it back, I was like, "Oh, this it. This the tape right here." And I'm still waiting on another song with her.
Now you know who my other favorite is, my sister, my ride or die, my girl, real mamas. Now I heard it before you did, and I told you, I was like, I don't know, I don't know. When you heard it, what was your initial reaction to her verse?
If I'm being real, my bad, kids. But I was like, "Oh shit." Now I gotta go and redo my verse. I already knew I was gonna have. I was like, "Oh shit." Now I gotta go redo my verse again. Man, I actually picked up a damn pen and my pad, and I had to write the verse. And so I was just like, "Dang, this is one of the ones right here." And I think even with my verse, I think she still we both did good, but I think she rolled me up in that thing. I didn't do how I wanted to because my mic at the time. Remember, I had the mic damage with the water and everything, and so, but she definitely she popped it off.
So, with that being said, are we going to get an updated version of 21 Questions, or are you going to release the old version?
That right there would be dope to do a 2 track compound on that. I would love to have a double track. That for that upload, I love for it to be double. For multiple reasons. The longer the video is, the more the audience engage with it, the more watch hours you get, so on and so forth. Where people can see, okay, this is what they did. What was it, a year ago or something like that? A year and a half ago, we did that, and so they be like, okay, this what happened this long ago, and then they can get the updated version in the same scenario. So I would love to do that, and so I'm definitely gonna reach out to her about that. But that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope because reason is, I've been asking for this for so long, so I'm already settled. I already got my stuff ready for this one. Now you ain't gonna roll around me on this one, real mama. I'm gonna tag you on this one. I'm sure you're gonna eat it up, but I'm gonna tag you on this one because I've been waiting for this one. Cause you pumped me up when you did that first one. Yo, what was it? It was a line in there that you said that stuck to my head, and it was just like, yo, what the hell? Like, yo, she understood the assignment, and then so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask you to do this again, and at that same time, I think I had came up with a verse, and I still got it to this day, so I'm just waiting on that to happen.
Me personally, I'm interested in you doing a a rock collab with a female artist. I'm not
That's
sure who I have in mind.
that's what we got coming up. Like I said, once again, let me try to uh let me try to go to it, but I don't know if y'all paid attention or not. But that's what we got coming up. I didn't make the art cover like that for no reason, but the artist Emo 2X. I was just telling y'all about this young lady here. Um, we got a rock, almost like a soft rock rap type thing coming soon, and she's serious with it. Like she got the the big, you know what I'm saying, the big mind process that where she sit for a couple days and write down her music and verses. I'm gonna just do this because the beat sound good, and so she's very serious with this, and so that's gonna be a great hit for y'all. So be looking out for that very soon. TSM rapper featuring Emo or Emo 2X, however you want to call it.
When are we expected to hear a collab, the part two from you and Sissy Helen?
That is a good question. I want to try to get it did this upcoming week. That would be super. I want to try to get it did this upcoming week because we did an excellent job. I think we did an A plus overall with what we did. We got some nice numbers on it, nice amount of likes. We got people in the comments asking when we gonna have another one, and so I think that's what I need to start focusing on is more collaborations with more YouTubers.
As a well-known artist, how do you find time to create music, videos, film, be a dad, and help grow platforms of up and coming artists?
See, it hit different when you enjoy doing these things versus somebody doing it just for the benefits, just for the dollar sign. This is something that I enjoy. You got to think about it. When you're a dad full time, you need a break in there somewhere. You need therapy in there somewhere. I don't care how well you live, and everybody needs some kind of therapy, even if it's not with another human being. And for me, the creativity, the creation, being involved with y'all, the community, um, recording new music, that's all therapeutic for me. It keeps me from what the young folks call crashing out. And so it's very easy for me to do that because for one, I'm an excellent dad. I'm not just a dad. You got a lot of dads that just now enter their kids' life, and it's difficult for them because they don't know how to react, and their kids don't know how to react to them. When they're in certain situations. And I've been there since they were born, of course. And so it goes both ways. I know them 100%. They know me 100%. Certain times to do certain things, certain ways to do certain things, and they, for the most part, get that. Are they still kids? Are they still bad and do certain things? Heck yes. The house is messed up right now. They got to clean up when I get off live. But for the most part, just taking this is not just something to do to try to get a check, but it's therapeutic for me. And once again, I enjoy it. This is something that makes me happy.
You know, children are very blunt and can be very outcoming. Is there anything that you have done that the kids really shocked you by? You were just like, did they really just say that?
I mean, it's a it's a lot of things, and I probably wouldn't even get into that stuff on here because it's just some things they say consistent of their parents, and I just wouldn't even repeat it on here. And I just be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, did you just really say that? Like, my my youngest son, or the not the youngest one, but the one above him, he said, I think I had like a can of this pink Red Bull, and he don't know the difference. He think if it's in a can that it's alcohol. He said, "You don't supposed to be drinking. Girls smoke. No, girls drink and boys smoke." I'm like, "Where the hell did he get this from?" And so I'm thinking like, he didn't. He always sees mom drinking. You know what I'm saying? And so he's so used to that he really think that alcohol is meant for women and that smoking is meant for men. And I was just like, did you just really just say that? Did you just really say that to me? And it just babbled me because I was like, dang, this is this the way that kids think? Like, and it just put me in the mind of a kid. Like, I want to know what else do they be thinking. If he seriously thinks in his mind that alcohol is meant for women and smoking is meant for men, it was just real funny to me. But then again, it made me just think, and it was like, oh, poor baby.
You've made several children's songs. What was your favorite collab to do and why?
Let me see, because I was just looking at it with somebody. Somebody on Snapchat asked me about it. There we go. It will be head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Um, with who is that again? Was that Senorita or Momo? Which one was that? That was Momo. Yeah, so I think it will be that one. And it's just I don't know. I think I like the beat more. It's just more fun for me. I don't know. It's just one of those ones that stuck out for me.
Do you find it difficult to work with artists so young? If so, what do you do to comfort them to make them feel like they're having a good time versus it being a song with TSM?
That's I think that's what make it easy with me, and I think that's what make it easy with me to work with children. Just the fact of it's not like I was just telling y'all, it's fun. It's not a serious thing. So even if they sent the verse back and it's like, okay, they messed up on this part, I'm gonna need them to read it. It's not really that serious. Especially if you're a great producer, you can fix anything. I don't care if they stutter on the track, sneeze on the track, if they pass gas on the track, whatever it's doing. You're a great producer. You can fix it. You can take it out. And so, for the most part, like I said, it's supposed to be fun, a fun experience for them. And what I try to do is make it as fun as possible for them, so that they could want to do it another time, or they could want to do it again. And so I come at it at that angle, make it more so it's more fun than me doing a song with you, Fanny. You know how I am, like, nah, Fanny, you gotta send that back. We gotta do it over. With the baby, it's just like, man, let them just have fun. Even if it don't sound right, they still gonna listen and bounce their head and be like, oh, that sounds good. That's me with TSM rapper. So one of those situations.
How did you feel when Dance Little Baby came out and people were having their toddlers and their babies dance to your song? What did that first feel like when you saw that?
Yo, it was crazy, right? Because I was thinking it was just gonna be a bunch of kids that like I personally know, and it was a bunch of strangers, and I was like, yo, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I really was mind babbled by it, and till this day, funny, I still go to the remix option, and it's kids still doing it till this day, and it's like at this point, I can't even keep up, and that makes me want to rebrand that song. I want to kind of like re-record it. I think make it a little bit longer, make it a little bit louder, because you got to remember when I first did that, it was just a favor for Crystal, Reborn Dows. Shout out to her, by the way. She liked my music, and it was great. That was a great feeling as well, because she got all them subscribers. She could easily, if she wanted to be honest, she could have had her YouTube team to reach out to somebody like the baby, Two Chains, Drake. It's been done before. They got cameos. Like these big YouTubers will go and pay a cameo $200, $230. They can get these people to, say whatever. So she could have did that, but she chose TSM rapper, and so that was all love. And when I first did it, I did not think it was gonna explode the way it did. I mean, that thing exploded.
Now, up to date to present day, your two new recent songs, Her Clark Kent. What was the motivation behind that, and why did you choose John Savata to collab with?
Okay, so it was like this. I think I was speaking with a young lady on, I think it was TikTok or Snapchat or one of those. I post all my music up there, and there's some stuff I post on TikTok and Snapchat, music wise, that I can't post on YouTube because of the kid audience. And so, one of the young ladies was just intrigued by the song. And which one was it? I think it was the How come every time I see you, I get little ooh ooh, that song, the X-Ray Vision. And she was like, "You should do a song with my brother." And the covering of it, I think I had like a Superman or something on there. And she was like, "Oh, my brother loves Clark Kent. That'd be perfect, something perfect to do." So I reached out to him, and that same night we came up with the concept. And it was like 2:30, and I was about to go to sleep. And then he wrote me and said, "All right, I'm finished with my part." And so I said, "Well, yeah, you ain't about to outshine me." And 10 minutes later, I said, "Well, I'm finished my part too. What the hell you saying?" And so he was just like, just keep it for like a week or a few days, and he's gonna master it and make it sound good because he got the real deal thing over there, and I got my little homemade studio set up over here. It's all good because we've been making some hits. We got 6 million plus views with this little studio set up over here. So for anybody who got anything to say, you get past 6 million plus views first, then you come over here and say something. But it was that type of situation with me.
Your other song, The Chain Flirt. What was your motivation behind that? And how do you come up with the names of each song that you create?
I'm gonna be totally 100 with y'all. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here like these other rappers do and lie to y'all. I've been uploading the shorts for the longest, and it was this song by this rapper named Fetty Wap. The song was called Pretty Little Thing. The beat is what I liked it. Freak, I like this beat. And I seen how long ago it was that song was made, and I'm like, oh yeah, he been about purchased the rights to this, so I don't need to look for this. And so what I did was I uploaded the samples to see if it had any instruments, if it had any 808s, if it had any kicks. And so what I did was I recreated the beat with different instrumentals to my prevail that it turned out and it worked pretty good. And so, me, I was looking at one of my videos and I seen a comment from who was it? It was somebody, I think it was Key Snap, and they said something about where the TSM necklace go. And it's not on the song that I uploaded, but it was on the comments before I upload that song. It's like, where the TSM pen to go? And I was like, dang, people really, when they see me, they really expect to see me with that piece. And so I was like, I'm gonna just do this song and make it about a chain. And so it actually turned out straight to me. And for the people who want to know where the pendant go, I still have it with me till this day. I got beat by a lady, okay, and my necklace got pulled off of me, and my bell at the top of it broke off, and so I have to send it out to get another bill replacement on it. And so it's a different, when you got white gold with those certain stones, the GIA certifications have to go through, and that take like 2 weeks or so, and I still haven't put that in. So whenever I get time to do it, I'll do it. That's why I end up getting my smaller piece out just to kind of like, replace that for right now. But I still have it definitely. It's like kind of upstairs somewhere.
Okay, guys, we are almost at the 30-minute mark, and I want to give a special shout out and promo to the girl gamer. Her name is Sophie 10. You will find her on TikTok and go over there and show her some love and let her know that TSM sent you. Again, it's Sophie 10 on TikTok. She is a gamer, and when I tell you, she's stunning, absolutely gorgeous. So go over there and show her some love and support. TSM, let me ask you a question. People always joke with you about you having a lady community. What advice would you give to men who audience is mainly women? And what advice would you tell them when they're constantly being trolled or targeted versus having an all male audience or support system?
I mean, for me, it's simple logistics, right? And I'm not gonna try to cute it up. I'm just gonna say it as basic and real as I can. When you are born in this world, you came into this world through a woman. When you are nurtured as a baby, a woman nurtures you. 9 times out of 10, when your black self go to the hospital, or white self, whatever color you is, when you go to the hospital, 9 times out of 10, at least 8 out of 10, your nurse is a woman. Man can't produce milk to feed baby. So if all of this formula wasn't created, women be able to still feed a baby, we wasn't this man. So reason I'm saying this is that the best community that you can probably have is an all women's audience, and I love it. I absolutely embrace it. For me, and this is just my opinion, women are more loyal than men are, just for me. And I don't think I'd rather have it no other way. I'd just rather not have it no other way. Understanding, sitting, listening. I'm a guy myself. I'm really not that patient. If needed for the knowledge, of course, I'll stay to somebody live like DT Ho or whoever, or stop by Joshua's live and and kick it with them. But just like being surrounded by so many males at once, it's just not my thing. It's an ego thing for me. Um, Even if we are in our right state of mind, there's still gonna be some ego tension in the building. And so I just advise anybody with an all female audience to embrace it. That's loyalty. I lost my first channel, and these same women and even newer women came and grew my second channel past to what my first channel was even close to. 6 million. First channel had 1 million views. This channel 6 million views. About to be at 12K subscribers. All this is due to the help of women in the community. And so I'd rather have that a loyal audience of women than a full audience of male at any point. But it is what it is. Even if males wanted to come and support me, hell, I'm happy to have them.
Well, we got your attention. Can you shout out all your social media so people can support you and follow you on all your social medias? And don't forget to let the people know how many followers you have on each one.
Yo, so okay, check me out on Snapchat. I have two Snapchats. One Snapchat, the TSM, the real TSM rapper, is at 1 million followers, and I don't know nail one of them. One of them is at 1,500 followers, and that one is just TSM rapper. TikTok is just TSM rapper. Instagram is he rap the number four you. And so those are all of my platforms as of right now. I do have Pinterest, and that is TSM Rapper. I'm trying to get out there. I mean, I've grown so many people to come over here to this channel, probably watching the podcast in the background right now that came from Snapchat or TikTok or whatever. And I had to learn, like, yo, you gotta promote yourself. Like, it's some people that don't even that's not even YouTube savvy that don't even come on YouTube because they so TikTok or they so Snapchat or so Instagram. So if you don't get on those other platforms and find those people, they're not gonna come find you. And so I really suggest y'all make sure that y'all at least have two different socials so that y'all can use each social to grow off each other. It really works.
Another question I want to ask you is about your bestie. I call her Vivi. That's my girl, Vivi. I love me some Vivi. I'm not, I think she's left. But Virginia has really shown you a lot of love and a lot of support. And I love the fact that she's very, very, very loyal. And she really looks out for you. She has an opinion. I love that part about her. She has an opinion. What is your favorite thing about Virginia and why?
She looks out on my behalf like in a different way. Um, and for another reason is that like for me, I feel special because like the way that she treat me, like I think I might have received a message. I don't even know if it was a message comment, but she was like, "I was here first. I'm your best friend. Ain't nobody taking my spot." I'm like, well, shit, ain't nobody taking your spot then. And so it's just like that type of stuff. Cause I had those days where I feel like, damn, don't nobody really care about me. And, except we all had those days, right? Where we feel like don't nobody care about us. Sometimes we even feel like we don't care about ourselves. And just to have somebody like that that was once a stranger. I remember like it was yesterday when she was supporting me and I wasn't really responding to her comments or really liking the comments like that. And she came and told me, she said, yo, I'm gonna have to stop supporting you. You don't even support me. You're not supporting my comments. You're not. And till this day, I'm glad that I reached back out to her and was like, yo, I'm sorry. I'm going to start responding to your comments, so on and so forth. I would have lost out on a best friend, a loyal friend. And the first day she called me her best friend, she have not changed up till this day. And that's been months.
How do you how do you deal with trolls and keep your composure versus TSM rapper versus Joseph? How do you keep your composure? How do you separate the two?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get in trouble. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I don't, because you gotta think about it, right? I I grew from 0 subscribers. I had to go through this from 0 subscribers to 1 to 10 to 20 to 30, all the way up to now. I had to deal with this. So at some time, you're gonna be like, you know what? FTS and rapper, that friendly stuff right now. I gotta say something to you. You just told me earlier. It's like you say what you gotta say. You got it off your chest. Take that post out. Sometimes I don't be caring because it's like people do it because they know that this is your image and you can't say nothing back. So long story short, right? And I want to say this real quick, Fanny. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Just let me say what I gotta say. Long story short, I'm y'all remember when I told y'all I said, yo, I'm about to go live on TikTok. These people don't know who I am. I need y'all to come show off for me. Let them know like I'm him for real. So I'm like, I don't even really check my TikTok messages no more because it's like crazy. Like so many people share my videos and their favorites and remake, and it's like it's crazy, right? And so there's been like I've been uploading the TSM songs that this for the ladies. Y'all know the locked in, the y'all know the songs, the spaced out X-ray vision. And they've been really contacting me, and I've been curving them left and right, like, nah, I'm good on you, good on you. And it's been people that's been commenting, say, I like the song, I like the song, and they've been sharing them out to everybody. Well, one young lady shared out my song. She just shared out my song with you. Anyways, long story short, I may have said some things to that young man on my community wall, and Fanny told me to take it down. So to answer her question, to be honest with all of y'all, I don't always be the good kid and control my composure. Like I'm not there yet. I'm still learning myself, but at least I'm man enough to admit it. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Like, well, this is what I do. I meditate and I drink some tea. Like, you know,
What is the most, and I want you to be honest, what is the most difficult that you find working with me as a manager? What's very difficult for you?
the thing is, right? If you put a lion in a cage with a rabbit, of course the lion is gonna win. If you put a tiger in a cage with a cat, of course the tiger is gonna win. We two Scorpios. Both our attitude is bad, very bad. I wouldn't say it's bad as far as like we got a bad attitude, but like as far as when we are pissed off as Scorpios, we pissed off. It's like somebody else. Like if me and Mama Helen got into it right now, because I'm the Scorpio, somebody else would have to be the calmer in the situation to say, "Yeah, something you're doing too much." But when we got two Scorpios going at it, ain't nobody there to tell us like, "Yo, y'all tripping." Like nobody is there. Mama Helen tried to be there, but that's just like not enough for two Scorpios. The most difficult part of working with you is that you're a Scorpio just like I am. We both got the same angles, the same take. I'm like, no, you apologize. You like, no, your black self apologize. And I'm like, nah, you said this. You like, but you said that. And it's like that little, what is it, the Libra scale? It's like we always going like this, but we always find a way to work through it and work it out. So even people don't even know that a lot of podcasts we had right before we hit that live button that we were just like barking dogs at each other. People don't know that. And so but that's the great part about it though, is that we can always work it out. Like, yeah, we can go from here to here. I'd be like, yeah, whatever, we gotta do this. You still got a job to do. And when we go on air, don't act like you got an attitude. She's like, I got you. Then she pop up smiling like, hey, everybody. I'm like, what the hell? Oh no, oh, she go voodoo.
The sad part is he ain't even lying. So exactly, real mama. Exactly. Scorpio season. So how did you enjoy your birthday? What was your birthday like?
It was good. So there's this guy I know by the name of Tyler, the Creator. I don't know if you want me to say his real name up on here, but he took me to this fishing spot to where you can catch your fish, have these guys to clean it and cook it for you in front of you and chop it up and make your plate. And so he took me to do that. The kids had something planned for me when I got back. Everybody wanted everything to be private. They had like this birthday cake made like it was weed on it. That was cool to have. That was the highlight of that. And so for the most part went on that trip and came back and spent time with the family. I'm not somebody who's all big on, you know, I'm just not that big. Like if Tyler wouldn't even invited me to do that, I probably wouldn't even plan nothing for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I already got a kind of an injury and it's just like it's not, I'm dealing with kids' birthdays. What the hell I'm focusing on mine for? So
This is off topic. I was always curious of this. What's the difference with you, in your opinion, the difference between an October Scorpio and a November Scorpio?
I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. It was crazy to me when somebody told me. It was like, "Oh, I'm a Scorpio too." I was like, "When is your birthday?" That was like October. I was like, "I ain't never heard of that." So I don't even know. But that's crazy. That's a good question. But I know we just the best. I don't care what nobody say. This is the November Scorpios. Now, what I can say this, you know what they say about them November Scorpios. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I can say.
If you know, you know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Mama Helen, that's mama. That's sissy to me, but that's mama to you. What is the best advice she gave you that made you go, damn, I feel like I'm a child in the corner. I just got a spanking. What was that advice like? Did you take it? And how did you handle that advice when she first gave it to you?
You know, so for me, I think advice come in different conceptions. Advice can come as an okay, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice, or advice could be lecturing you, in some kind of way, or it could be a situation. And I think for me, and I'm not gonna put our business out there like that, but I think for me is I was going through one of our patches that a rapper and manager go through, and we probably was just at each other's neck at this time. And I reached out to her, and she was consulting and speaking and saying what she's supposed to be saying. And me, I can admit this, I have to learn how to not be like, I think I'm mentally selfish. Like, for me, if it's not, and it's bad, people, like, don't judge me because I'm really working on myself. I believe if it's not what I want to hear, or if it's not in my way, kind of, that I act like a bitch, if that makes any sense. Not just being honest. Like, if it's not something I don't want to hear, or if it's not going my way, I just be like, you know what, forget it. I'm one of them type of people, and that's not good to do. But anyway, I was talking to her, and what she said back to me, um, I think I might have caught it, and this is the first time I really felt bad. Like I should not have done this, or and I was scared that I was gonna lose her. When she said that to me, and my response, when I responded to her, I don't know what I said, but I know it wasn't right. It wasn't disrespectful, but she was like, "Son, after all I do for you, this is how you gonna respond to me," or something like that. Like, I give my last to you, or whatever the case may be. And I had to think about that, like, that's messed up. Like, if I'm in the cold, right? Like, if I'm in the cold right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, no house, and I'm like, yo, I need a noodle or something. Like, I can really call this lady, and she will really make sure that I eat that day. Like, this how you treat somebody, TSM, that will do this for you. And so after that, I was just like, nah, I cannot lose her acting this way. And so that was the best thing that she has said to me, because it helped me work on my selfishness a little bit.
Um, TSM Lonnie, my niecey Pooh said hello to you.
Hey, thank you, young lady. I appreciate that. Is that the lady that was singing? Oh, the future superstar.
I'm just reading the chat. Me and you. Okay. Anyway, what are the most misconceptions that people have about you as an artist?
I'm not even gonna lie. Well, before it was the name. Like people used to come over here because they see the name rapper after TSM, and so they just thought I was just like the typical rapper who, you know what I'm saying, call women bees and flex this and flex that until they get to know me. And then as of recently, since I had got the tattoos on my face, yeah, people telling me on TikTok all day, like, one lady had said to me, "Well, you seen one of the lady messages, and she said she asked me, was I a cultist? Can she join my cult?" And I'm like, I was really blindsided, and I'm like, yo, I had to ask you, what's a cultist? And so, you know, that they think I do music for that type of reason, and then they be like, the young lady, emo 2X, she, I think, I'm thinking, I'm not sure if it was her now, but they was like, when they seen me or heard me or watched my shot 8 times story, because I sent that story to them, they was like, "Oh, I'm a relief. What a relief that you're this type of person." Because when I seen your picture and you had all those tattoos on your face, you looked like you was a killer. Like I was scared of you, and I was just like, people think of me. I was just like, I'm the last person that'll do something like that.
I notice you are very versatile in your music. Is there any genre of music that you just like, I'm going to pass on?
Is it any paintbrush that an artist want to use? Hell no, I'm man for all genres of music. I do some with Ozzy Osbourne right now.
Really? You would really do some Ozzy Osbourne type of music, heavy metal?
Listen, music is about creativity. Music is about, when you are an artist, music is about seeing the reaction that you can get from something that you created, not who it's created with, not where it's created at, not how long it is. Something that you created, and if you can collab with it, I don't care who it is, man. I collab with anybody to do something with. Long as their intentions is right, though. I'm not saying I'm about to go collaborate with somebody that do devil rock music. Like I do some rock music, but we ain't about to be talking about the devil. But yeah, I do something with anybody and anything. That's what the artist is. Either you're a rapper or you're an artist. I'm a rap artist. I mean, I take any level of rap jobs.
Once again, back to your current two songs. Why are those songs? What? No, wrong question. What made you say to yourself, I'm going to call this song Her Clark Kent? And on the other song, I know you had mentioned Key Snaps. What was the pivotal moment when Key Snap said, "Hey, what about your TSM logo on your chain?" What was it about what she said made you think, I'm going to put this song out and I'm going to call it this, versus what you initially may have called it?
Because once again, like when she said, like for me, right? When I think of Lil Wayne, I'm always gonna picture those dreads for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody mention Lil Wayne and I gotta picture him, I'm gonna think of those dreads. Even other art, Fetty Wap, he got one eye. Every time somebody mention Fetty Wap, I just think about the one eye. I think for a lot of people that's connected with me, I think they see that TSM chain is that. Every time I think of TSM, I see that chain right there. As a matter of fact, Fanny, if you want to read off from the comments, I'm gonna go get that pendant to show y'all the damage that's been done and show y'all what I'm gonna be getting fixed. So I'll be right back.
Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. Thank you for all the moderators. Shout out to Reverb Nation, the Cloud Watchers, the Replay Gang. And once again, for tonight's promo, Sophia 10. You can find her on TikTok. She is a gamer. So if you can go over there and show her some love and let her know that TSM sent you. And once again, shout out for tonight's sponsor, Millie Moon Luxury Diapers, for your wiggle and your waddlers and your toddlers on the move. Get you a box of Millie Moon diapers, and you can use the promo code YOLEAKS with three O's, and you will get your 15% off on your Millie Moon diapers. Thank
Absolutely.
you, everybody, for coming here. Thank you so, so much. We really appreciate you guys. And here's TSM. He's back, you guys.
All right, so this the moissanite piece I was wearing on the chain. Once again, these are moissanites 925 sterling silver. And so where this even closed up at, that's where it got snatched up off my neck. And so now this is unable to even collapse and close. So this got snatched off along with the piece. Now, when y'all have fake jewelry, it will break in half. So if you fighting or something, you might want to tuck it in or something like that. So thank God that didn't happen to this. And here's my famous piece. And as y'all can see, the bell off the top of it is gone. So when it got snatched off my neck, and once again, if y'all got any fake pieces, you ain't gonna be able to replace your bell because your key lock is gonna be gone. And so it got snatched off my neck. I do need to take it to go get clean. Um, Turn it around for y'all. I say it faded. It's fake. No Sirski. And so yeah, that's what happened to it. But I get it fixed sooner or later. Like I said, I had a certain GIA diamonds up in here, and so I don't want to just put any diamonds because then it's gonna look like y'all can see these two different chains. One of them is moissanite and one of them are diamonds. That's what it'll look like. My bell will be looking like this moissanite, and my chain will be looking like that. And so I don't want that. And so like I said, whenever I can, I get it fixed. I really now y'all really got me wanting to go get it fixed and cleaned up, and I think I'm gonna do that probably within the next few days.
What is your favorite piece of jewelry and why?
Um, I think it's gonna be that piece. And do you remember the piece I had with my body on it, with my silhouette on it? The piece I gave to Little Earth. It's gonna be that piece and my TSM piece. Reason is the TSM piece is because I think I saved like for a year and a half to get that piece, and even with that, I had got like a percentage off because I did a promo for the lady. But it was just like the first time I actually said, okay, I'm gonna speak with a jeweler, then I'm gonna see what they're talking about, and I'm gonna actually save up the money. This is the first time I made a decision like that, and so this is gonna always be my favorite piece. I done went super broke before, and I had this piece, and people was just like, I was calling people like, yo, I need like 20, I need this. They're like, why don't you just pawn your little piece? And it's like, some people just like got sentimental values. Like some people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just holds that value. It just do. I had to work y'all so hard for this piece. Like I done got beat up for this. Like I done all type of stuff that happened just for me to afford this. Just working overnight, even if it was on YouTube, probably doing like 10 intro songs back to back. I've did so much stuff to get that piece. Fought with my kids, mom, and it's just like it was just like it's a lot that goes behind this piece. So it's not just gonna be easy for me to just sell for, or a pawn or whatever the case may be.
I would like to open the floor for people in the chat to ask you questions. Two questions only. Does anybody have a question for TSM they was always curious to ask him but was afraid to ask? This is your opportunity, ladies. Is there anything you would like to know? Anything you would like to ask him? Shout out to you, Joshua. Thank you so much for coming in, Joshua. I apologize for speaking to you so late. Is there any questions that you would like to ask TSM? Um, is there anybody who would like to ask? Don't be shy. Is there any question you would like for him to ask him? I'm sure he will answer your question. TSM, I think you got people shy if they're not answering the question. Okay, Tabitha. Tabitha Cleveland says, yes. What is your favorite chips? I'm sending a box of snacks soon.
I mean, I like rap snacks, so those are gonna be probably my favorite. The flavor wise, uh, either the little Boosie or like the little Romeo or even the famous Cardi B's.
Let me see. How does he keep memory of his songs? I can't even remember my poetry.
Well, I'm gonna just be honest. Cause a lot of rappers, when y'all see them interviews, they just be lying to y'all. When you've been doing it for so long, it's just like ABCs, 1, 2, 3, 2. And so for me, I learned as I'm creating a song. Like when I did the locked in song, I was just doing that piece by piece. And you know, when you're doing a song piece by piece, you have to replay the song over and over just to make sure each piece you added sound right. And so every time I replay the song over and over, which would be like a total of 7 times, I would been had learned the verse right then and there. And then if you feeling the song, of course it's gonna stick in your head anyways.
Data Search asks, what motivates you to do Superman?
I feel like I know it sounds corny and cliche, but um, like I said, my mission on YouTube isn't to just like grow myself or my music. It's to actually get other people and help other people grow, which we've done several times with the No YouTubers Left Behind program, and with me being a youth advocate and trying to steer the teens away from the guns, violence, drugs, and prostitution. I feel like that's somewhat of a youth superhero, and who's better to be a superhero than Superman? And so I figured TSM, the Superman rapper, why not collaborate both if I'm a rapper and I'm a Superman in real life?
What is your favorite color?
I'm red. It's gonna be red.
I don't see anybody else's question. I just want to say thank you guys once again for joining TSM with this interview. Thank you, TSM, for answering all of the questions. I really appreciate you guys for joining us for this interview. Thank you once again for Reverb Nation for getting him to number 77. Shout out to you, TSM, for all your new milestones. Thank you so much for this interview as well. Shout out to the Cloud Watchers, the replay gang, and of course, all the beautiful people in the chat. And once again, everybody go show some love to Sophie 10 on TikTok and tell her that TSM sent you as well. TSM, is there anything you would like to say to these beautiful people before we sign off?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody. I really appreciate that. Make sure that y'all definitely pray. I don't care what it is about or what it's for, but just pray before y'all go to sleep. Also, I'm delivering what I promised y'all. Remember, I said we're gonna have songs dropping back to back, video segments dropping back to back, and so we got it coming. It'd have been a little bit faster, but to be honest, my manager and I have been bumping heads for so long. But I think we really belong. She belongs to be my manager, and I belong to be her artist because the average person would have been just blocked each other and moved on. And we just don't let that happen because we know what's important and what's best for business. And let that be an example for certain people. Y'all could be a couple, it could be whatever you teaming up on. Just let it be an example. Because when I tell you, we really been bumping heads, but we still find a way to coexist with each other and to to sit there and talk. We family, so family gonna get into it. Family gonna argue, but you can't stop loving each other. That's the main goal. And real quick before I get out of here, real mamas, I want a segment with you called the real spill. Just a one time thing where we sit up here a full hour, you, me, Fanny, and just really get down into some things that need to be broken down. And I just want to really get on the inside of you and Fanny's mind. Y'all knew each other for so long, and just what do y'all think as women about certain things that's taking place within the community with little girls just going? It's just a lot, and so reach out to me, and we're gonna talk about that. I really appreciate y'all, good people. Bree, I see you, the lovely ambassador for VL. Make sure that you stay beautiful, young lady, and don't tell nobody that you ain't. Because if they do tell you that, tell them tell some rapper say you's a damn lie and the truth ain't in you. Until next time, y'all have a good night, man.